It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Start the drive on the ground. Kamara. There he goes, left side. Alvin Kamara. He's to the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 81 yards. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Trubisky and the Steelers going to come up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
They run again with Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 47 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now it's Trubisky. In the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 17 yards out. And the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Gets through, and now an opening. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and a couple.
To throw is Winston. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Winston. Open man, it's Keith Kirkwood. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Touchdown! Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints have taken the lead.
The CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Steelers. Special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Saints. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it as we resume action. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, Trubisky. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They run for it with Harris. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. A first down carry now for Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Inside handoff now, Miller. Fighting ahead at the 15. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now Jameis on 2nd down. They set up the screen to Miller. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
A loss of 4 yards brings up.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
In motion right, here comes Johnson. 4th down, here's Trubisky. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
18-yard line.
This could be the turning point.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They go play action. Trubisky.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky.
Here's one deep for Pickens. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Ridiculous. Take him out. Let's switch teams.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Now Trubisky here going to change the play.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
19 more yards.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky.
Got an open man, it's Pickens.
A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield.
2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down.
That's another Steelers.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Going up top. And this is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 42 yards. And the Steelers get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. An onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
A first down throw for Winston. Setting up the screen for Miller. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
First down.
On play action, Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Winston. And Graham on the grab. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line.
And the Saints, first down.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10.
Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, Winston.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
And the Steelers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Austin is there and brings in another one.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
In motion right is Austin. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll send Austin in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Trubisky to throw again. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They finds Austin complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Saints 15-yard line.
Oh no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
To throw, Winston. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Winston.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A gain of 27 on the play.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 3rd and long for Winston. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A.T. Perry, 75 yards. And the Saints use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.